What the fuck? Come on, load. All right, okay, hold on. Yo. Shit, hold on. Telegram. Okay. Holy shit. That's crazy. Okay, yo. Can you guys hear me? Oh man, my back is killing me. I can't do this for very long. My back's gonna break. Can you guys hear me? Am I live? Hey Adele. Okay, Adele, you can hear me, right? Okay, so what? Okay. So we shorted, like, this is crazy. We shorted 34.11, and then I sent it right around here that I said, hey guys, look to take your profits. It's the weekend, whatever. Right now, we're actually seeing Bitcoin in a massive free fall situation. Like, this is pretty crazy, right? Because from a bullish perspective, right, when I told you guys long term, let's backtrack a little bit. 63.9 was a bullish confirmation. That was the main zone that you wanted to pay attention to, right? As long as we held above that zone, we were bullish, everything was looking good. Right now, though, we are trading above that level, but of course, the main deciding factor from a bull run perspective was 68.8. We lost 68.8. I sent the short right here to you guys in Telegram at 68, like right around 69. I said, look, if you guys want to short scalp Bitcoin, go ahead and short scalp. You can scalp into that range. It was a pretty simple trade setup. Reason why was I knew this level was going to act as a magnet, since the fact that the exponential moving averages were being used as resistance, right? So everything was looking good from that perspective from the short setup. Now, I think an hour ago, I looked at the chart and I was like, oh, well, dropping. Okay, cool. But then we just had like a flash crash within the last 5 minutes. And you can see that we actually saw a wick low to around 3,096. We have been in scenario A for a very long time. This is something that I warned you guys about for a very long time now. The fact that if, of course, we end up breaking above 36.83 and retesting as support, that's the time we would see a invalidation of scenario A. This should not be, of course, a magical moment for any of you guys. Like, scenario A was still playing out. We had some major chop positions. Yesterday I said, look, we are not seeing any volume in the market. I don't really see anything worth posting because we're not seeing any volume as of right now. Now, of course, things have changed. We are seeing quite a bit of volume and we are seeing capitulation across the board, guys. Like, this is actually across the board. Look at Doge. Holy shit. Doge has hit 0.168 in a 4-hour candlestick. This is literally what capitulation looks like for a lot of people. Solana trading at $150. Oh, wow, look at that. Look at that perfect wick at 134. Remember when I talked about Solana's wick at 134? Even in yesterday's live stream when I said, look, guys, I'm not looking to long anything from altcoins because everything is on major support. If, of course, the market structure ends up breaking, a lot of these altcoins are going to see a massive capitulation fest. And that's exactly what we're seeing as of right now. We're just seeing a massive capitulation zone for a lot of these alts, right? I can go over any of these altcoins from yesterday's topic. If you go from yesterday's live stream and you'll see right now things are looking extremely dangerous across the board, right? Look at ICP. Literally, I told you guys yesterday on ICP as well, I would be shorting ICP once it hits the EMAs as resistance. This is a shorting confirmation. Free fall opportunity. I did not say yesterday we took a long position because you guys voted on the long position at the 125x, right? I, of course, locked in those profits last night right around the zone. When I woke up this morning, all of my messages in Telegram from Bitcoin and Ethereum were look for shorting opportunities, because a lot in just general mindset, guys, you have to understand that what we have to see is, here, let me just, here, give me a second, guys, 1 second. Let me mute the Telegram thing so it doesn't keep popping up. There we go. All right, so what we have to be careful about is when all these altcoins are on support, you don't necessarily want to look for long positions, right? And that goes for Bitcoin and Ethereum. We were pretty much hovering right into a major zone. Any break of that structure, and we knew that altcoins were going to see a massive sell-off opportunity. And now that's exactly what we're seeing. So where exactly would I be looking for buying opportunities? Would I be buying right now? Yada, yada, yada. So we can talk talk about that real quick. First of all, it is heading into the weekend. So that's a number one red flag for me. I'm not really interested trading Friday's manipulation price or of course this massive dump into the weekend because things are going to get extremely choppy. The moveset as of right now from Ethereum standpoint has completed, right? We've seen a midterm support level retest. We're seeing a bounce opportunity. Would I be looking for a short continuation here? Probably not. I'd probably be locking in my profits if you guys are still shorting or trying to short this moveset. You don't necessarily want to get caught on the wick towards the upside. That is extremely dangerous. Otherwise, the fact that you can see that 3093 is the main zone for the wick low, right? If that level structure ends up breaking the wick low, then our main target is going to be at 2800. I have talked about the 2800 for a very long time. That's probably where I would be looking to buy some massive opportunities for altcoins in general. That's going to be the zone you want to pay attention to at 2800 from a long-term perspective. That's the level you want to play, of course, because of the fact you can see from previous price analysis. That's pretty much the only weekly support level we have as of right now. Everything in between this range is still a consolidation. A lot of people, what they don't understand is when you have a major sell-off from 4028 all the way down, we usually get some sort of pullback, a consolidation, and then the next leg towards the downside. That's usually how these things work, and a lot of people get caught out on those kind of trading opportunities. Now, for Doge, I know a lot of moon boys, right? So we had a lot of moon boys. We actually did end up taking quite nice long positions here in this range. I haven't made a video on Doge yesterday either because there was nothing worth talking about. We were still consolidating at that level. And the main level that we wanted to pay attention to from a worst case scenario was, of course, 0.178 and 0.168. Now, leading into tomorrow, and I'll make a Doge video now, but like if leading into tomorrow or something, if we end up losing 0.168, guys, the main level you want to pay attention to is 0.124. If this is not bullish. Like right now, to me, losing this structure break on Doge is not something I want to see, and mostly from a 0.168 level if it does end up breaking, because then you have a massive M formation looking to play out, as well as the fact we've seen so many retests on 0.124. I fear that we will end up losing that support level as well. What does that mean for your bags as of right now? Well, if you are in spot positions, then this is just a buying opportunity. If you are in a leverage position and you have been holding your leverage position, even though I warned you guys not to be looking for trading setups after this moveset here, if you are shorting, then great, you're profiting. But from a buying or long perspective, wait for the candlestick to close at 0.168. Even at that point, I wouldn't long immediately. We have to see a second and third retest. We have already seen so many retests on this range. This support level is extremely weak, guys. We are extremely weak conditions as of right now. You don't necessarily want to get caught out on any sort of thing, right? So when you are looking at it from that perspective, if you are looking for buys, and please be cautious, right? I keep telling you guys, and a lot of you guys don't end up listening to it, is when you are in a range like this at 0.168, and it's a crucial support level, we are not guessing. We are not taking a wild guess that this support level is going to hold. We have to wait for confirmations, and then you can start looking for buying opportunities. That's what we're looking for Doge. So again, backtrack a little bit. Bitcoin and Ethereum as of right now are seeing major breaks on their supports. We are not looking to catch a falling knife. Instead, we're going to wait for candlesticks to close and then look for long opportunities. We shorted this moveset right here. We entered shorts this morning for scalp ranges. I sent it early for you guys. We actually did end up catching this trade, which is nice. Honestly, I'm burnt out. I am, but I at least sent the trade earlier in the morning for you guys. And I know last night I didn't say anything. I just went to bed. I said goodnight, whatever, because we were still in this range. There really wasn't anything for me to send. I told you guys the only time I'll send something in the Telegram is if I see a structure break, or of course, if I see a moveset about to happen. We saw this moveset about to happen because the EMAs then flipped to resistance. We broke below 68.8, wasn't being used as support by any means. This is of course a massive move. You can see we had the same sort of moveset complete right now. So that's why I tell you guys, like, yo, look, like at these support ranges, we are not looking for anything. We already traded it. We're just playing it out. But from a emotional standpoint, because I'm sure a lot of you guys just saw your portfolios get absolutely nuked, this is where things get extremely interesting, right? So from that perspective, you guys have to understand that we have to be a little cautious as of right now from a long-term buying perspective. The worst thing you can do, and I mean it, this is the worst thing you can do, is see a dip opportunity. All of a sudden, all right, you see the Moon Boys on YouTube and on Twitter, like, guys, this is it. This is your one last buying opportunity. If you miss it, you miss it. You don't listen. I tell you guys these things for a reason, and why I'm telling you this again is we have ranges at play. The main range that's at play as of right now in scenario A is at 2,800. You don't believe me? Go ahead. We can look at the daily standpoint of what happened on the daily from 2021. No one else is going to show you these things, right? Look at this. From 2021, we had the same exact playbook looking to play. We had the same run up from around 1,900 into 4,000. The same wick down to 3,000, the pullback to 36.83. And look what happened, guys. What happened on this day right here? We saw a capitulation event, a massive bearish engulfing candle. Everyone panicked, and look, then we hit the lows of 28.27. As of right now, Ethereum is in that same sort of situation. We really don't have anything that's stopping Ethereum. Look, like this is not bullish. It's a very strong bearish engulfing, and that's the range that is now going to be acting as a magnet somewhere down here. Where are we going to see some sort of pullback opportunity, something like this? Yeah, for sure. But that the overall goal for us in scenario A has remained to be at 2,800. I have warned you guys this about many times. Unless you are leverage trading, you need to be very careful of where you are entering your positions, because if you enter too early, you are going to have to wait for Ethereum or Dogecoin or whatever your favorite altcoin to go all the way down, consolidate, and then come back up, and then you'll break even, versus just sitting on your hands in the positions you're already in, and if you have some excess cash available, waiting for some sort of level opportunity here and then seeing that continuation. That's pretty much how I would be trading that zone. Yeah. So could you please explain BTC dominance? So yeah, Bitcoin dominance, like I said, as Bitcoin rallies, dominance increases, altcoins drop, right? So you can see, look at that. It's not magic, right? Bitcoin dominance saw a massive breakout structure as of right now. We jumped about 2%, and the altcoins got absolutely nuked. When dominance drops, that's when you see altcoins rally. This drop right here was the 2020 or the 2021 bull run for altcoins, right? Right now we are seeing dominance slowly increase, just like we saw it slowly increase here into the range as highs of 70%. So that's where we're gonna see alt season for a lot of you guys, where you want those monster gains. Otherwise, we're not we got to be very, very careful at these ranges. Again, we have to be very, very careful. You don't necessarily want to get caught out. And I keep telling you guys this, and I'm coming from an honest perspective, because you guys know me. I don't gain anything from these videos. I'm not out for your bags. I'm not trying to hurt your bags by making these videos. It's because I make them because I was once in your shoes, right? When you are seeing a capitulation event and you have no idea what's going on, you end up making emotional decisions, and those emotional decisions long term are going to hurt you. So once again, I'm telling you guys, if you are in your positions and you did not cash out your positions at 4,000, 3,500, 3,800, 3,000, whatever, if you did not listen to scenario A, I've been talking about it for weeks. Literally, it's been weeks about scenario A. If you are just chilling on your positions, then that is okay. You can hold your positions for the long term. For those of you that are looking at this chart right now and you want to start closing your positions because you're panicking and you're emotional, don't do that. Again, don't do that. You'll get opportunities to exit. Again, you can see right here, we had multiple days in this range for you to decide if you wanted to close your positions or not. Just because we got a massive bearish engulfing does not mean you all start panic closing your positions immediately, right? All you have to do from a realistic perspective is, if you know that 2,800 is going to be acting as a magnet, and in your head, you know the worst case scenario, it's about $350 difference for Ethereum, you looking at your spot positions, is that really going to matter? If not, then hold your positions. If it's a life and death situation, then okay, then move your money around, right? But this is for people that have quite a bit of money, not for the people that have, anything below 5, 10K. You should not be touching that. Those portfolios you should be holding those long term, because that's the whole point of your spot positions, is long-term plays. These positions that I send to you guys, like, look, hold on, let me pull it up real quick. In Telegram, what did I say? I said right here, I said, if we lose 3,411, we short. I sent that before the move set even happened. I sent that up here. I sent that right there on that candle. You can see on 34.11. It was at 34.59 when I sent that, and now we're at 3,200. Guys, these are free trade opportunities. I always tell you guys, like, look, when I send a trade update, it may not play exactly at that moment, but the reason why my trades work out extremely well is because I have done this for a very long time, and B, these are the things that I noticed that other people won't be able to see. You know how many people were bullish at 3683? Do you understand how many people were bullish on Ethereum, saying that this is going to be the range break, we're going to 4,000 tonight? So I remember seeing tweets of 71k that someone said we're going straight to 100, it's going to happen tonight, and now those people are underwater or capitulated. And that's why I teach you guys this, is like, look, you have to look at it from a realistic perspective, and the realistic perspective was always going to be scenario A. If of course Ethereum ends up holding above 3274 or any of these ranges as of right now on this 1 hour candlestick that's about to happen, then that would of course change a few things. There are a lot of late shorts that are entering the market. I told you guys this when I started the live stream. Do not enter a short here. We entered here. You could have entered here. You could have entered here. Now you're entering down here or here. You're risking the fact of the wick towards the upside. That is stupid in my opinion. You're really going to end up getting liquidated. You are better off from a long-term perspective. Like I said, if you want to enter a trade position from for whatever leverage, whatever you want to really enter a trade and you miss this trade, wait for 3274 and see what happens. If that level ends up retesting as resistance, boom, that's your second confirmation to enter a short. If that level ends up closing above the zone and then you see something like this, where we had multiple days or 2 days of just consolidation, boom, you enter a long position. That's it. That's literally all it is. This level of support is not going to act as a strong zone, right? It's not going to be a perfect wick anymore because we've tested it so many times. This range is going to be extremely volatile as of right now. So this is why I'm telling you guys, you're better off just sitting on your hands as of right now if you miss a short and seeing how it plays out. Our overall target is still 2,800. So if you want to enter a long scalp, a swing short, then yeah, sure, you could look for a proper entry and enter a swing short. But again, you have to understand that we dropped from 3,464, let's just say the top of the wick, from 3,500 down to 3,000 in literally 4 hours. 4 hours. There's going to be a pullback, and you do not want to enter on a early pullback and get capitulated, right? So that's why I'm telling you guys, like, look, there's levels to this, and the levels for right now is just sitting on your hands and being patient. That's the only thing. That's really it. We caught the short. A lot of you guys caught the short. Great. If you didn't catch the short, don't panic. Just sit and wait. Yeah. So let me see. I am liquidating from long position 200. Now I only have $100. Yeah, I'm not sure why you went long in the top. Like if I said look for shorts and we were looking for shorts, I looked away and missed a move. Yeah, it's all good. For ETH, what is the strategy? Just short profit on the way to 2,800. So I explained the strategy to you. What you want to pay attention to is a candle close. Wait for the retest on this level. So this level should act now as resistance. If this is a proper confirmation of a move set, this level should flip now to resistance, and something like this were to happen. That is the ideal zone. If, of course, the level structure breaks above, then you're just going to be waiting for confirmation again, right? That's all you trade. We had the initial break right here. This was the moveset that you wanted to short. That was the level you wanted to originally short, which I sent to Tilly. That said, hey, look, this. If we lose 34.11, short. We lost 34.11. If you shorted, you guys banked. You guys banked hard. And these kind of things present. There's opportunities to this, right? There's Cardano. Look at Cardano is so funny. Cardano with the capitulation away. Cardano will probably head into 37 cents. That most likely that's what's going to happen, because now this is a confirmation of an M formation. M formations usually end up where the consolidation starts, and that's where we're looking at for Cardano, around 37 cents. So this is what's nice about trading in terms of like for someone that's been in it for a long time, like, you can just look at altcoins and you know they're about to hit their major supports, right? They're either hitting their major supports or they're about to hit their major supports, and then you just enter your shorts. That's it. It's not rocket science. That's literally all it is. If you see a bunch of everything, every single coin, Doge, Hbar, everything was hitting major supports, right? And those levels were being tested multiple times without any sort of bullish confirmations. All that had to happen was, of course, the fact that, look, in that zone, right, we knew the fact that these support levels were being tested over and over and over. We just entered the shorts overall. Bitcoin and Ethereum are bearish. There was no reason to be looking for long positions on alts. It's everything Bitcoin and Ethereum are bearish. A lot of people struggle with that. They'll see Bitcoin or Ethereum and they'll see, for example, like the first green candle. I always talk about this. The first green candle, and all the moon boys come out of their little huts and they're like, oh, Pingu, wrong again, huh? Wrong, yo, it went. Guys, like, look, there's been pullbacks every single time. Every single time, the overall trend, we traded this all the way up. We had the EMAs, we had everything alongside with us, and there was no reason to short. Now, with Bitcoin, we are in some dangerous territories, right? Because look, from this perspective, does that look like an area I want to be longing up here? Hell no, right? I'm not going to long up there. There's better opportunities to long somewhere down here. That is going to be the play, right? But again, these things, you need confirmation. We can't just go off that, oh, this looks a little bearish, I'm going to short. You can't trade like that. You have to understand that if you are looking for a setup, you have to have confirmations. I had the confirmation at 68.8. I told you guys, boom, guys, short. That's the confirmation. That's the level we want to play. And again, like, I'll quickly link it for you guys, for all of you that are in here. So it's free. Everything is free that I do. So that's the Telegram. And you can see if you go up in the chat, I sent it right. What did I say? Good morning. I closed 125x. And this is what I said. If we lose 34.11, BTC heading for 68.8 leading into the weekend. Midterm support was lost. If you want to short scalps. I told you guys this up here. I said, look, if you want to short scalps, I called it before it even happened, right? From that support level zone. And now a lot of traders, all these people now are panicking. They're down here, they're underwater, and they're like, oh my God, I should short this move. I should do this. No, we already shorted it. We're locking in our profits here. We don't want to be a late short down here. And again, I genuinely mean that, because if the market recovers now, right? So if you see a wick towards the upside, everyone's going to be like, oh man, I caught the bottom. Oh, I should have done this. I should have done that. I should have listened. No, what we're going to be doing is now the next level, 63.9. Once that level structure breaks, enter your short again. And that's exactly how you trade these setups. You enter on the wick breaks, short, profit, close, wait for the noise. This is all noise. Wait for the noise to complete, and then continue pushing down again. Re-enter those trades once those support levels are lost. Otherwise, you're going to just end up losing your trades. And this is from an emotional standpoint for a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys probably you're not profitable because you guys are either chasing too much, over leveraging, or just over trading. And that's what I keep telling you guys, like, it just takes 1 or 2 trades, and that's all you need. Like, I send these trade updates. Sometimes I don't talk for 12 hours. I don't have a trade. I'm not sending it. You guys got to understand, all 1,500 of you in this chat are my responsibility, right? You guys are my responsibility. If I send a bad trade, or if I send something, I am risking, A, the Telegram in terms of the profits, right? But B, I know a lot of you guys depend on these setups. So why would I go ahead and send a shitty setup? I've seen traders that have, like, these little VIP groups, and they charge whatever, and all of a sudden they're sending like 5 or 6 trades. They hit like maybe 3 of them, and they say, oh boys, we killed it today. 3 profitable trades in the day. Enjoy your Friday. See you guys back on Monday. It's stupid as shit, right? I'd rather just send 1 or 2 trades. And again, like, even if I see something, if I don't see shit, you might not hear from me for a week. I don't give a shit, because again, I would rather we catch something like this, or we know that something like this from scenario A was going to play out, versus just like a guessing game, right? I'm not trying to play a guessing game. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really not about that life, because if we're guessing wrong, then we're getting absolutely wrecked. So that's my logic in terms of these trade setups, right? And that's why I tell you guys, like, look, this is why we do things we do this the way. Yeah, exactly. I did all 3 not to do. Yeah, it happens. And again, the reason why I tell you guys this straight up, and I don't really sugarcoat things for you, is because I have been in your shoes. I have been in your shoes, and I understand that when you are a new trader or intermediate trader or whatever, you've been trading for a year, realistically, that's not enough time for the emotional standpoint to kick in. These things take time for you to understand that, when you see a trade setup like this, or anything like or underwater, for example, if you're in a trade and now all of a sudden, like, let's say, for example, oh, I said, guys, we're looking for a short. Like, I'm just giving you an example, right? So let's say I said, Pingu Telegram, I said, look, we're going to short Bitcoin here at 71,000. It hits up to 71,235, 71,300, 73, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? It moves up $300-$400. I always love seeing the messages from people saying that, oh my God, Pingu, like, are we sure the trade's still right? Are you sure the trade's okay? And those are the kind of messages that I know those people are over leveraged. Because again, if you're in a 10x position and Bitcoin moves like $150, it's not the end of the world. You got to understand, you're not going to catch it exactly. Even just this, for example, this perspective right here, 69.3 is when I sent it. I said, look, guys, we're looking for a short setup on Bitcoin down to 68.8. That level is going to be structured. It's a nice short scalp. We saw Bitcoin go up to 69,600. I'm sure some of you guys were underwater and you're like, oh shit, should I close? Should I do this? Right? And then we saw the break structure. And that's what I tell you guys, like, look, we trade on 4-hour time frames. I'm not a 15-minute trader. I'm not a 5-minute trader. I'm a 4-hour time frame trader. And we have to understand, if you look at all the 4-hour trades here, look at all of these trades here, right? This is all wicks towards the upside, towards the downside. There are wicks all over the place. So why exactly do you think that when I send a trade setup, it's going to be absolutely perfect? It's not. There's going to be a few move sets up and down. That's when things become interesting, right? That's where you understand as a trader, if you are right, then you are right. And if you are wrong, then the market will tell you you are wrong with a massive move. And exactly, like, that's why I tell you guys this. Look at the overall perspective of where we are trading and where we're at. So I have 30,100 Doge at 22 cents. What should I do? Sell and buy or just hold? No, you're just going to hold. I talked about this. Hold. Thank you for being a real one. Are you planning on doing spot positions? Yes, I will send my spot positions when the time comes. I think that I should stick to spot, and yeah, that's fine. Stick to spot. Like I said, if you're impatient, the thing about leverage, guys, a lot of people don't understand this. Leverage is two-way street, right? If you're killing it in leverage, you are chilling, right? You understand how the market works. A lot of you guys want to get into leverage and day trading or whatever, make a quick $300-400 a day. Sick. But the other side of things on leverage is when, things don't go so well, and then you end up getting liquidated or losing a lot of money, and then you try becoming emotional and try to make it back. That's the other side of things. So that's why I tell you guys, like, look, please understand and be cautious about these things. Like, leverage is a two-way street. I send what I send. You guys, for those of you that have been part of this channel for a very long time, I am extremely profitable for a reason, and it's because the things that I teach you guys is the things that I do for a very long time as well. That is why we are profitable in this channel. If you see across the board from YouTubers and TikTok gurus and stuff, like a lot of these groups, what they do is they'll be hunting like 7 different trades, and that's dangerous because guess what? They'll hunt, for example, I'll give you an example of this, right? They'll send Injective, Filecoin, Tron. They'll send 3 trades in a row and be like, looking like a bullish setup. And they'll be like, they'll give their support resistance lines and say, oh, this is bullish, whatever. Altcoins look like they're about to rip. Everyone enter 6 positions across the board for altcoins. Ethereum sees a dump. Guess what? All 6 of those positions liquidated. All of them wrecked. All of them. And that's why I tell you guys, look, like, from that perspective, are you better off just trading with Bitcoin and Ethereum versus your tier 2 and tier 3 coins? Some of you guys send me your coins and you're like, hey, Pingu, check out this coin. Is it looking good? And I'm like, dude, I haven't heard about this in my life. I'm not going to look at it now. I don't look at things like that because, again, I stick with Bitcoin and Ethereum. If Pingu says Ethereum is bearish, why the hell are you going long on Doge? It is all bearish. Everything is bearish. That should be your answer then to what your trade setup should be, right? That's literally it. If I say, hey, Ethereum looks good for a long, everything is going for a long. That's just how the market works. You can't counter trade these things. The only time it would change, of course, is if there's a fundamental thing or something news related, which I don't give a shit about. I don't trade news anyways. So I hope that makes sense for a lot of you guys. So yeah. So is Bitcoin or Doge going to go up now? No, I don't think Bitcoin or Doge is going to go up right now. This is extremely dangerous for Bitcoin. Again, with weekend volume, we'll see how the weekend plays out. I'm not really interested in this zone setup right now. I'm just going to chill. And like I said, I'm chilling in spot positions. I'm not going to do anything. And from a leverage side, we did short. So, I'm happy with that. So, yeah, I hope that makes sense for you guys. But, never again, I'm leveraging on altcoins. It fluctuates so much. Yeah, don't leverage trade. Don't leverage trade on altcoins. Stick with Bitcoin, Ethereum, main ones, and leverage trade those because those are extremely easy to trade if you can catch it. Everything else is extremely volatile, and it's just stupid to go leverage trading those. I personally don't recommend it. You guys do what you guys want to do. But yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. Like I said, this is just an emergency live session just so you guys understand what exactly is going on for at least Friday's perspective. I will send Doge and Ethereum update later in the day, given that there was almost 100 of you that was already in here. So I'm assuming that most of you that are actively trading are already watching this. So I will talk to you guys in a little bit. I will send the updates. I just want to see, give me an hour because I want to see how these candlesticks close. Then I'll have a deciding factor of whether or not we are going to enter something, or of course, like just, it'll give us a better idea of what exactly happening. Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, if you got wrecked today, that's okay. Like I said, you will have your opportunity again. you know, everything. And just from a leverage, again, guys, like I tell you this all the time, just real quick before we leave. I am a scalp trader from a 4-hour perspective on an intraday, right? So I trade scalps, I trade the 4 hours. If you are not, if you're on Binance, Bybit, all of those exchanges, it is expensive as hell to trade like we trade. I tell you guys this all the damn time. If you are trading, you have to be using a proper exchange for fees, right? I recommend Fairdesk. That's the one I tell you guys to trade with because that's the one I'm on. I can see those stops being hit. I can see those things being hit and I position accordingly. You are welcome to do whatever you want in terms of Binance or whatever. But again, just understand if I'm sending 2-3 scalp positions a day, your fees are going to be insane. And Fairdesk gives us cash back too. So that's my logic on that. I just wanted to send that because I know a lot of you guys message me after, you're like, hey Pingu, how do I leverage trade? And I'm like, everything's in the pinned message in the Telegram. Every single thing is pinned for you guys. Like, look. Like if I click on the Telegram right now, there's the link, there's a video guide. Look, 3 minutes and 19 seconds long. I give you guys a whole video guide on how to leverage trade. But again, it's a two-way street, okay? It's a two-way street. So I will talk to you guys later. I'm pretty much done with this right now. I'm gonna dip. It's Friday. I'm not really trying to sit here and look at the charts all day. But I will send you guys an update if anything major happens, okay? But yeah. All right, you guys have yourselves a wonderful day. I will talk to you guys in Telegram in an hour. Give me an hour. Let me figure out stuff in terms of what's going on, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, no copy trading. I'm good. All right, guys. See ya.